Well, the Daily Nanos research tracking poll for CP24 and CTV News shows the Ontario PCs continue to maintain a healthy lead over the Liberals.
The PCs have 44% support, followed by the Liberals at 29%. The Ontario NDP sit in third place with 19.8% support, while the Greens are at 4.8%.
When it comes to preferred Premier, Doug Ford is the choice of almost 40%, ticking up 1.3% overnight to 39.1%. Bonnie Crombie at 23.7%, down slightly. Marit Stiles at 16.1%, almost down a full percentage point, and Mike Schreiner is at 7.8%. Again, Thursday is election day here in this province.
And Nick Nanos joins us live this morning with more on the latest poll data. Nick, good to see you. You're in a different kind of setting this morning. I like it. Are you in our studio? Okay, never mind.
Yes, yes, I am.
Oh, okay, that's good. I just wanted to place where you were. So, Nick, we see these numbers, and, you know, they really are kind of marginal changes, but Election Day is 4 days away. What do you think we're going to see leading up to Thursday?
Well, you know, the thing is still about 1 out of every 10 Ontarians are up for grabs in terms of being undecided as to who they would support in the provincial election this coming Thursday. There's some really interesting things that are happening beneath the surface. For example, in Eastern Ontario, the New Democrats are now moving into second place in Eastern Ontario. Probably speaks to why Marit Stiles and Bonnie Crombie both in Ottawa on the weekend. And, you know, perhaps it'll be a good weekend for the New Democrats in the city of Ottawa. But, you know, beyond that, the reality is that, you know, across all those regions, including Eastern Ontario, the Progressive Conservatives are leading, with the exception of Toronto, of course, where Bonnie Crombie is still firmly in first place.
If that support holds for the PCs around 44%, that would be more support than they had in the last election. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. In the last election, I think they had about 40% support, so they're up about 4 percentage points. Big question is, are people going to show up to vote?
Right.
What's the weather going to be like?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And we've had that advanced polling done as well. Nick, so today at 11 o'clock, PC leader Doug Ford is expected to unveil his policy platform. Do you think he's done this strategically, kind of waiting up until this last minute before the election to do so? And how do you think the numbers might change after we learn more from it?
Well, you know, the thing is for Doug Ford, you know, as the incumbent, keeping the platform and the costing for the platform till the very last minute is probably a good strategy. Now, he's got to make sure there are no mistakes, because if there are mistakes in the platform, that could actually change the last couple days of the campaign. So expect, you know, a big microscope to be put on the Doug Ford PC platform and the costings to make sure that everything adds up. But you know, the thing is if he can get past the platform, unless he makes a mistake, he's probably likely going to win the election. The big question is how big will that win be?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I've been noticing about this campaign, Nick, is you know, the Liberals and NDP kind of, you know, their numbers there, are they going to get party status? I mean, have you been projecting seats as well here? Because that's the big question is, will there be an official opposition party, or could there just be, you know, several other parties and then a massive Conservative majority?
Well, this is where kind of the vote breakdown by region comes into play. You know, with the New Democrats doing well in Eastern Ontario, you know, they'll be picking up seats. You know, the Liberals are going to be picking up seats in Toronto, so Toronto will be good for them. You know, I think it would be unlikely to see, you know, non-official party status for those that we'll probably see. Almost like a bit of a traditional mix with, you know, the Conservatives having the biggest swath of seats, followed by the Liberals and then the New Democrats.
Yeah, and Nick, remind our viewers of how long you're going to be doing this polling from, like, up until the very last minute.
Till Wednesday night, and we'll be releasing our last poll done on Wednesday.
Okay.
On Wednesday night, there will be no new polls released on Thursday.
Yeah, can't do that according to provincial election guidelines, of course, Nick. Has anything stood out to you about the polling, you know, in this cycle here? Because, I mean, what I've been noticing and what I keep bringing up to you is that the numbers are kind of, it's like it's all within the margins. It's kind of like been mostly a steady line.
Yeah, actually, what's really popped up for the poll is the fact that, you know, there's a significant gender divide on the ballot where, you know, what's fueling the Doug Ford advantage is fundamentally male voters. The other thing is that although the Ford PCs are doing well among all age groups, younger Ontarians under 35 years of age are more likely to want to vote New Democrat compared to the Liberals, while if you're over 35 years of age, more likely to vote Liberal. But the thing is that across all of those age groups, the PCs are still first.
Yeah.
Okay, always interesting. And Nick, I'm looking forward to working with you on election night on our special coverage. Should be exciting, but we'll talk to you again in between now and election day. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Nick.